Welcome to the VIP section.
When shit got real and everybody got to moving, of course my homeboys, they made some shit happen. They made sure I was decent. But outside of that, who popped some shit off? I don't fear no man that
You know what? I may have those in the bags for you, so we may have to consider those.
Okay, we need you to pick out your top 3.
1, 2, and
Other than Freeway, I didn't know anybody else out of state property other than Freeway. We was in a group as kids.
My wrist, so I used to put them on my wrist, and I'll dribble with them on my wrist. Have the strip shoes on the bottom of my feet, and once you take the ankle weights off your wrist, your arms are just flying all over the place. So then I used to have to keep dribbling so I could manage it, like how to get everything put together. And then after that, I took my ankle weights everywhere. I used to go to 5-star. They'll see me on the layup line with ankle weights right before the game. I take them off. So of course my arms is already like flying all over the place. And like I said, for me, it was like at that time, it was just like, everybody started doing different things. Dudes start rapping, other people start rapping. Like I said, my man Biz went to jail. So of course I just kept with it. And then, eventually, I was the last man standing. And like I said, once it got to 90, once it got to my junior year, 90, it was like 94, 95, then I knew I arrived. Like at that point, that's when I was coming to like Stepanek. I was going to New Rochelle, and people was like, yo, that's Shammgod, that's Shammgod. And then at that point, I loved that energy, like walking in the gym and people would be like, yo, that's Shammgod. So at that point, I always felt I had to put on the show. Like I always felt like I had to put on the show, like no matter what. And then
damn sure until we became Stepanek.
Yeah. So and then that's the funny thing, because I know the game you talking about when I came to Stepanek, that's when I was going through like a little phase, and everybody's like, well, he can't score, or he can't shoot, he can't do this. So then I would go to tournaments like Stepanek, New Rochelle, and I would start off just shooting all jumpers. Like I would just shoot all
That's
jumpers.
crazy he said that, because I said it seemed like he didn't want to cross nobody. All he was doing was shooting.
I used to shoot all jumpers because I was like, man, only thing people gonna always want me for is just dribbling. So I was like, man, I play ball. Like I used to be like, I'm not no sideshow. So I'll go to these tournaments, I'll be shooting jumpers, and then somebody will say something crazy, and then I go into like dribbling stuff, and then everybody be like, yo, he do got the crazy handle, yo, he got this and that. And like I said, man, it was those times is precious, because and
that's
people,
crazy, because I remember saying that Stepanek, like, damn, he can shoot too. Yeah, he was hitting him. He was hitting him shots.
Yeah. So that's what people used to always be like, yo, he really can't shoot, because they were so caught up in me dribbling. So I used to go to certain tournaments, and I'd be like, you know what, I ain't dribbling, I'm gonna just shoot. And then when people see me shoot, they're like, oh, he can shoot. Then people start talking trash, then I start dribbling. And like at that point, people used to always try to make like me and Steph a rivalry. But they don't know how close me and Steph was. So Steph used to always be like, yo, you gotta murder. Like Steph used to always put the battery in my back too. So like I said, at that point it was over.
No, but these were one of the things I wanted to say was, it was amazing how, even when I was talking with Reggie Freeman about the team that you guys had at Gauchos, with all those stars, how you was able to blossom.
Yeah.
You were still able to get off. You were still able to get to the same level. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Shay, let me paint a picture real quick. Yo, Sham, we're younger than Sham. I think like maybe 2 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Haas was the only ones playing varsity on the basketball team. I remember that's how Haas got the sneakers crossed. Anyway, I just remember being at Gaucho Gym, and you know how like the seniors would come in like while the midgets were practicing. So like we're in the middle of practicing, you were walking the gym. I'm gonna paint the picture exactly what I remember. You had the AV on, some sweats and some flip flops, the book bag. You had the big earrings. The big earrings in both ears. Facts. In both ears.
Yeah.
No, y'all were different, Sham.
I'm telling you. And you would walk in the gym with a basketball, and somebody you would cross people with the book bag on, like you would do the sham
those
with the book bag on, and that one little thing is basketball players to this day. That's the look when you walk into the gym with the flip flops, and what's the first thing you do? You do the sham. Facts. Yeah, for real. Like that's the way you used to walk into the gym is how all basketball players walk into the gym now.
Yeah, so that's what it's saying. Like you was just saying, like the thing is, it was like in the era I grew up in, even though we was competitive, like we had mad love for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
And that's why it happened. So that's like even when I named that McDonald's All-American team, like I'm still close to those dudes right now. You know what I'm saying? Like those dudes is like family. So like we was always competitive with each other, but we just always had love because we always hung out. Like even like Reg was from the Bronx, he always was in Harlem or we in the Bronx. Reem was from the Bronx, he always was in Harlem or we was in the Bronx. So like it was just a genuine love. Like we wanted dudes to make it. So it was like it was just that like that sincere love. Like some people say humble or this, but it was just that sincere love. Like you really wanted dudes to make it. You wanted everybody to shine, like whether you was on the court or not. Because it was a time I wasn't on the court and I was happy for dudes. So then when I got good and stuff, dudes was happy for me. So it's just like now, like when stuff happened and people see like the way the world act towards me and all that, I'm like, cause they all grew up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people that cheer for me, they all grew up with me. So they more like family than fans or anything because they grew up. They was in the trenches with me. They done seen me like go from here to here to here. You know what I'm saying? They done seen me get drafted and not go well to me coming back to doing what I'm doing now. And of course, it's mad love. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Didn't you used to wear the headband with the one sleeve?
Yes, all the time.
The one sleeve was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? I just want.
No, Sham, we fans, my nigga.
Yo, did you know?
Facts.
No, I'm seriously. Like, did you know? Like what you was doing while you was doing it, that it was gonna become something that everyone like. I just AAU from after you did that. Anybody walked in the gym with a headband and one sleeve, like, oh, he think he got a handle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts. Yeah, but these guys,
and one guy took that whole look.
These guys, if this was now, they would have had big NIL deals.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Let's be for real. They were just as famous as the rappers.
So did you know? Really, Sham? Did you know you was creating a look, or was that just your look?
Nah, like, that's what I said. That's why I said the most thing I'm proud of the most is, and I tell people all the time, I'll be like, I have no choice but to be humble and all that because everything happened organically.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never jumped on TV and said, yo, I got the Shammgod move coming out and all this and that. Like,
you ain't pay for promo. You ain't do none of that. No marketing.
Like I walked to a park one day. This is no lie. After the NCAA tournament, I come home. I'm thinking about, should I stay? Should I leave? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, should I stay? Should I leave? And at that time, as all kids our age in that era, we made the decisions. The parents ain't really make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom's like, oh, he doing some basketball stuff. That's cool, whatever. It wasn't like how the kids is now, where it's like you got the whole marketing team, the family, the aunts, the uncles, the grandmothers. Everybody know about ball. So at this point, I'm making the decision. I'm like, man, should I stay? Should I leave? I go to 145th Street Park. There's no lie. I go, put my hand on the gate. I'm looking through the gate. I'm seeing kids playing. I'm like, man, I remember I used to be in this park every day. Like, I'm just laughing. And one of the kids turned and did the move. And he's like, yeah, I told you I was going to sham you and all this other stuff. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And then the other kid's like, that wasn't no Shammgod. That wasn't no Shammgod. But I'm just sitting there watching. And then, like I said, after that, it just was like wildfire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to give shout out to my pops because, like I always say, I know I make a joke about it, but I honestly believe that if my name was Frank or Al or something like that, it wouldn't be as cool as saying I'm doing the Al or the Frank or whatever.
And they don't understand that the name alone.
Shout out to In the Moment. Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Name
So
alone
like,
just sound like yo goes on.
this
Yeah.
yeah,
The
so
name
it's like,
alone.
you know what I'm
God,
saying?
this-
And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then like people don't even understand, like, you know, and that's why I said it's so organic the way stuff happened, because like people don't even know, like I said, I'm a 5. Most people know I'm a 5% and stuff like that. So like people don't even understand, like my name means savior to thyself, one who's worthy of greatness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when all the stuff just come full circle, you know, because even when I was young, I didn't understand it. You know, because like even when I was young in elementary school in Brooklyn, I would never even let people know my name was my first name was God. I used to always say Shammgod Wells because of my mom's. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to always be like, you know, teachers would never call me God. You know what I'm saying? And I had a problem with it. I'm like, man, teachers would never call me God. So, you know, and then my father used to always tell me, like, you know, because that's his name, Gauchos. So my father always used to tell me, you know, your name is great. Your name is great. And I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, like I said, I'm a little kid. I'm 9, 8. I'm like, yeah. You know, and as I got older, stuff just started happening organically.
Yeah.
That goes with what my father used to always talk about, right? So then when I get to college, right? So this is what people understand. So when I get to college, they were like, I bring my birth certificate. So they see my birth certificate and they're like, oh, we can't do this. And I'm like, do what? And they're like, because you have to use your legal name on the jersey. And I was like, okay. And they was like, but we can't say God Shammgod. And they was like, and I was like, why not? I was like, okay, cool. Use Shammgod Wells. I mean, I used that in high school. And they're like, yeah, this is not high school. You're going to be on TV. You got to use.
Oh, they
your
wanted
first
you to
name.
use Wells. They wanted you to use Wells.
Yeah. So what happened was
Got
when
you.
I told them my name, they thought it was a joke. Like they thought I was like trying to do something else. And I was like, well, this is my
like
name.
Meta World Peace or some shit like that.
Yeah. They thought I was trying to change my name and do something else. And I was telling them, I was like, because the only reason why they knew is because you know how when you go to college, you know, they got the yearbook and they got your siblings. My brothers and sisters never use Wells. They always use Shammgod. So when people were like, oh, he changed his name, I'm like, why would y'all think I changed my name if my brothers and them last name is Shammgod? Why would y'all think my first name is Shammgod? You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, yeah, but I'm the oldest. So growing up, I used to just be like, you go to school. Oh, I go to like you like, oh, I went to school with Speedy Claxton. Speedy is not his name. You know what I'm saying? But in high school, you could do that. He went to Hofstra, but I'm saying like when you go to yeah, but in high school, if he writing Speedy Claxton on the paper, nobody say nothing. But when you get to college, they was like, yo, when we make your jerseys, you gotta have your legal name on it. So then once they put Shammgod on the back of the jersey, everybody went crazy. Oh my God, he's changed his name to God. He's so cocky. He shows this and that. I'm like, yo.
That's what they were saying in school?
Yeah. They was going crazy. They was putting it in the newspaper.
Oh yeah, yo, crazy. You don't understand what kind of legend you was. Like, have you ever heard any of the street legends? Like, yo, last night I was in the Rucker and I see Sham cross this nigga and his shorts came off.
Yeah.
Or in the hospital had to come.
But Sham, I gotta say though, at that time, you was the only one from New York who really held it down in the '64. You went far. You was the only New York standing at that time.
Yo, Shay, you know what's another?
We was glued in. Like it was like, yo, you just didn't want a New York nigga to go home. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you.
And you turned up.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you how hard it was, right? And this is probably the first time anybody ever heard this story. This is how hard it was. So I get drafted. We go play Chicago. So when you get drafted, you're a rookie. The rookies come out first to work out. So I come out to work out.
Wait, so y'all don't work out with the regular team?
No. You work out with the regular team, but like rookies go first, veterans go second.
Yeah.
And then the game starts. So if the game is at 7, the rookies will be there like 3 o'clock.
Got you.
The veterans will come like 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's like that. So because you can't be like the veterans, they need their old they time, right? So I get there at 3. Jordan is on the court working out on the other end. Michael Jordan's here on the court working out on the other end, right? So I'm down there shooting. And I'm nervous because I'm like, man, that's Mike. So, you know, I want to say what's up, but I'm like, you know, at this moment, you don't supposed to say what's up because we're going against each other. Wait till after the game. So I'm shooting and all that. I'm doing stuff. He turns and looks down there. He beelines to me. This is what I'm saying.
Runs to you?
Listen, he beelines to me and say, yo, you owe me some money. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, yo. He said, why you let Corey Wright take that shot?
Oh yeah, you talking about the Final Four, right?
Yes. And you know, they told him
because he was a gambler, Jordan.
Yeah,
you owe me some money.
Exactly. He's like, yo.
You owe me some money.
He's like, yo, you owe me some money. He was like, yo. He was like, why you let Corey Wright take that shot? And I started laughing. And then I was just like, and then, you know, I just turned, I was like, yo, thanks for everything you did for the game, inspired. And then he was just like, man, he was like, man, you a hell of a player. He's like, I never seen nobody dribble like you. Just like
Word. You got a security guard from the Garden in there saying they love you, Sham.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You know, that's my man, Dave. Definitely, Dave, my man.
Shout out to Dave. That's a fact. So wait, let's go back to the Michael Jordan. Hold on, let's go back to the Michael Jordan for a minute.
Yeah.
So he runs down to you. He says you owe him money. At that time, are you like, why is this nigga running to me?
Yeah, I'm stuck. Like, I'm like, he's coming. Like,
you remember? Imagine Jordan was running to me. You remember what Jordans he had on?
Because he's coming. He had the Jordan 4s because I love them.
Oh, you did? You had to look down. Pause. Of course. That's Jordan.
Yeah. So it's like.
And at that time, that's like 98, right?
Yeah. So what happened is it's 97. So what happened is the thing about Jordan was the thing that happened was growing up. Every time they showed Jordan on TV, they show him from the feet up. You know what I'm saying? So of course, when I saw him, I looked at the shoes, looked at the socks, everything perfect. Socks perfect. Like you had to make an NBA player, it was him. Like socks perfect, shorts perfect, everything perfect. I'm like, yo, he looked fake. That's how good he looked fake. He looked fake. I'm like, yo, he looked fake, bro.
Oh my God, nigga said Jordan looked fake. What you mean, like the socks was folded right, the Jordans was like everything was crispy.
Everything was crispy, bro. And then like I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like, yo. And in that game it was so crazy because I'm sitting on the bench watching and he's catching it. And we had my man Calvin Chaney. Shout out to Calvin Chaney. Calvin Chaney was nice, went to Indiana. He guarded Jordan.
Sham, hold on, Sham. Before we get kicked, because it's 9:10, they kick you after an hour. Can we go off and come back on? Everybody got to come back for this one. We got to come back. Sham's going in. So we're going to come off. I'm going to say your invite because they're going to kick us any second. Okay.
Okay. All right.